Hey there, I'm Christina Lane from Dessert for Two. I'm so glad you joined me today because we're baking with chocolate. Have you ever been to a restaurant and ordered those chocolate molten cakes off a dessert menu? They seem like an impossible feat. Perfectly cooked chocolate cake with a warm molten lava center. I'm going to show you how to make those at home today. They're way easier than you think. The first thing you need for this recipe is 2 ounces of chocolate. You can use chocolate chips, a chopped chocolate bar, or even those baking squares, whatever works. I used a 1/3 cup of semi-sweet chocolate chips and I melted it into 4 tablespoons of butter. So I've burned a lot of chocolate in my day in the microwave. I do have a few tips for success though. The first thing is only pulse it for 15 seconds in the microwave. After each pulse, you want to pull it out of the microwave and give it a really good stir. And then finally, pull it out of the microwave before the chocolate melts all the way. The heat of the bowl is going to continue to melt the chocolate. So once your chocolate is beautiful and looks like this, set it aside. In this bowl, I have 1 whole egg and 1 egg yolk, plus 3 tablespoons of sugar. I'm going to beat this together until it turns a light, fluffy, pale yellow color, and it's going to fall off the beaters in ribbons. I'll show you what it looks like when it's done. This would be a great recipe for a date night at home. I'm a big fan of date nights at home. It's just a more relaxed environment for you to enjoy each other's company and pull together a meal. I do have one quick tip for cooking with a loved one. My friend Brett pointed out to me that it's actually a little harder than it looks to cook a meal for somebody and maintain conversation and drink wine and just in general appear like you know what you're doing. So how about practicing this on your friends first? Have them over, make a few of these little chocolate cakes before you make them for someone special. Okay, we're there. See how it's a pale yellow color and it just kind of streams off the beaters? That's what you're looking for. So next I'm gonna add a 1/4 teaspoon of vanilla extract. Then I'm gonna add my instant espresso powder. You know, I love that in my chocolate desserts. And beat those together. Okay, now we fold in our warm melted chocolate. Beautiful. Get every last drop. Or you could lick the bowl, whatever. So start working this together. And then the last thing you're gonna add is 2 tablespoons of flour. Stir that together very well. The flour is gonna hold the cake structure together. Okay, we're there. I'm gonna pour this into 2 little ramekins. I find that these ramekins with the fluted edges give the cake a better chance of coming clean when you're trying to dump it out onto a plate. So use these, but if all you have is the straight-sided ramekins, that's fine too. Just run a knife around the edge before you unmold them. With either case, spray these very well with cooking spray, like very well. Divide the batter between the 2 of them. My oven is at 425. These are gonna puff up and look like little soufflés. When they're done, the top of the cake surface is gonna be dry. It's gonna look like a perfectly cooked cake, but we're still under baking it just slightly so that the center stays nice and molten. So into a 425-degree oven they go for about 14 minutes. are. It's best to let these sit on the baking sheet for at least a minute. If they sit any longer than that though, they're gonna continue to cook and they're gonna cook all the way through and then you won't have any molten lava center. So don't leave these more than a few minutes. When these come out of the oven, go ahead and run a knife all around the outside just to loosen it and make sure it comes out of the ramekin easily. We're gonna do a little magic trick. Bring your cake to the edge of the counter, cover it with a plate, flip. Here's the good part. Oh, look at all that molten chocolate just oozing out. I hope you make these for your next date night in. I think you'll love them.
We look high